Welcome to BML College UK and International.
At BML, we are committed to providing high-quality education and learning opportunities for communities worldwide, ensuring accessibility and affordability for all students.
Hello there! In this video, we are discussing the theory of multiple intelligences, Honey and Mumford learning styles, and Kolb's experiential learning cycle. The theory of multiple intelligences was developed by Howard Gardner in 1983, and he believed that human intelligence as a complex web of abilities that are evident in one's products and preferences for learning. Gardner developed his theory after careful review in various fields that study the values and the potential of mankind.
So, when you think of intelligence, you normally think of the one intelligence that most people refer to, and that is intellectual intelligence. And Howard Gardner says there are actually multiple types of intelligence, and I'm going to go through them with this video. Now, the first is called logical mathematical intelligence, and this is basically what you think of when you think of intellectual intelligence. This would be stuff like logic, or if you're good at taking tests, you'll probably have pretty high logical mathematical intelligence. This also has to do a lot with critical thinking and making and reading graphs, as well as organization. If you like to organize your stuff and keep it very organized and are good at organizing it, then you probably have very high logical mathematical intelligence. Now, the second one is called verbal linguistic, and if you have high verbal linguistic intelligence, you are probably good at saying that word. You are good at poems, you are good at rhyming words, finding words that rhyme, you are good at reading and writing, and you're good at learning other languages. You learn them pretty quickly compared to other people. And you're probably great at turning a little tiny story into a huge, fascinating story that can enthrall an entire room. The third is interpersonal. And interpersonal intelligence would be like understanding other people's emotions, understanding what the social etiquette and norms are of the situation. You have to be able to be good at reception to other people's moods and what motivates them. If you are a business administrator and you're good at motivating someone, you probably have pretty high interpersonal intelligence. If you're a good leader or just a manager in general, and you can coordinate work with other people, you are probably really intelligent in this interpersonal field. The fourth is body kinesthetic, which means you are good at handling and maneuvering your own body. You can handle objects skillfully and basically move them around however you want them to, as well as your body. People that are very intelligent in the body kinesthetic field are dancers, actors, soldiers, and even many sports athletes. The fifth is musical intelligence, and this is associated with rhythmic and harmonic music. Being able to interpret sounds, rhythms and tones and pitches, and being able to understand them on a level that most people can't understand. If you're good at this, you can probably compose or at least play an instrument. The next is visual spatial, and this is like basically how well can you visualize something in your mind's eye? How well can you think of something in your mind? And another example of this would be how well can you get through a maze? Can you see it in your mind's eye where you're at in the maze or a cornfield? And Gardner went so far as to say that this could even be used as to judging distances, or how well can you read a map? And the next type of intelligence is called intrapersonal intelligence, and this is different from interpersonal intelligence. Intrapersonal intelligence is more about how you understand yourself. Are you self-aware? Do you know what feelings you are feeling, what emotions go through your mind when you're in certain situations? How well can you control your thoughts and actions and feelings in general? Do you know your strengths and weaknesses? And the last, which came out a couple years after Howard Gardner came out with his multiple intelligences theory, is called natural intelligence, naturalistic intelligence. And this has to do with being able to recognize stuff in the real world. Basically, flowers and trees and anything that's living. Hunters and fishermen are pretty intelligent in the naturalistic field. So are chefs and botanists that can grow plants. And basically anyone that is learned in any biological science is pretty intelligent in the naturalistic field.
Peter Honey and Alan Mumford in 1986 identified 4 distinct styles or preferences that people use while learning. They suggested that most of us tend to follow only 1 or 2 of these styles, and that different learning activities may be better suited to particular styles. Knowing your predominant learning style will help you judge how likely an activity is to be helpful to you.
Everyone has a different way of learning. Peek into any teenager's bedroom around exam time. See all the different cramming methods. You more than likely have your own style, whether you know it or not. But why do learning styles matter? Have you ever noticed how there are times when things just click with you, and other times you just can't get your head around it? Perhaps there's a tutor you remember because they were particularly good, or particularly bad. Maybe you've been the trainer, and some people just don't seem to get even the most simple of concepts. This is all down to a misalignment of learning styles. This clash can be hugely frustrating for everyone and can really affect the functioning of your team. In this video, we're going to define the 4 main learning styles according to Honey and Mumford. Knowing about these styles is useful in 2 ways. 1. If you're on the receiving end of the learning, it will help you to understand what your own learning style is, and then it will help you expand on it to get the most out of any training. And 2, if you're delivering the learning, it will help you overcome these differences in style and adapt your methods to suit everyone. Style 1, the reflector. Their motto is look before you leap. The reflector likes to stand back and look at the big picture. They take their time to do their research and examine every option before making any decisions, if they ever make them at all. This style of learner does not enjoy presenting to the group and will drown if thrown in at the deep end. They prefer to take a back seat in discussions, listening to everyone else before making their own points. Style 2, the activist. Their motto is, I'll try anything once. The activist is open-minded, full of energy and super enthusiastic. The problem is, once the excitement has died down, they quickly get bored, lose interest, and look for the next activity. These learners like to brainstorm, getting excited by new challenges, but bored with implementation. They enjoy group activities, but do tend to center it around themselves. Style 3, the theorist. It's logical is their motto. These analytical learners have a great eye for detail, thinking through problems in a rational, step-by-step way and with great detail. However, they're not the most creative of people. This style of learner is not comfortable with ambiguity and may reject anything that does not fit into their own particular mindset. Style 4, the pragmatist. Their motto is just do it. They're essentially practical, down-to-earth people who like solving problems, often through trial and error. They like to get on with things and act quickly on ideas that attract them. These learners are happy to present to a group as they're fairly confident and enjoy abstract concepts. So, which one are you? Now, which one are you really? Use what you know about these 4 styles to improve your learning and/or teaching.
Kolb's experiential learning cycle is a 4-stage process that describes a 4-stage process of how we acquire and embed new knowledge. The theory embraces the idea that we change as a result of experience, reflection, conceptualization, and experimentation.
Hello, I'm Dr. Yuling Li, an education professor, and in this video we'll discuss David Kolb's theory of experiential learning. We'll explore how his research is helpful for teaching and learning in the classroom, and links to his research is included in the video description. David Kolb is an American educational theorist and the Emeritus Professor of Organizational Behavior at Case Western Reserve University. In the early 1970s, Kolb and Ron Fry developed the experiential learning model. For Kolb, quote, "Learning is a process whereby knowledge is created through the transformation of experience." According to Kolb, we learn best through a cyclical process of experiencing, reflecting, thinking, and acting. This process involves 4 stages: concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. Let's break down each stage. The first stage, concrete experience, involves direct engagement with the world through real-life experiences. This could be anything from conducting experiments to participating in group activities. The second stage, reflective observation, encourages us to reflect on our experiences and examine them from different perspectives. We analyze the meaning and significance of these experiences and explore what worked well and what didn't. The third stage, abstract conceptualization, is where we begin to make sense of our experiences by forming abstract concepts and generalizations. We connect our experiences to existing knowledge frameworks and theories, seeking patterns and principles. Finally, we move to the fourth stage, active experimentation. This stage involves applying our newly acquired knowledge and theories to real-world situations. We test our ideas, take risks, and learn from the outcomes. Now that we have a solid understanding of Kolb's theory, let's turn our attention to the critiques it has faced. Some scholars have argued that Kolb's theory oversimplifies the complexity of learning and places too much emphasis on personal experience. They claim that the theory doesn't adequately address social and cultural factors that influence learning. However, it's important to note that these critiques do not necessarily invalidate Kolb's theory. While it may have limitations, his model provides a valuable framework for understanding the learning process and has been widely applied in various fields. Now let's explore 3 practical applications of Kolb's theory in the classroom setting. Application 1. Teachers can design hands-on activities and real-world experiences that allow students to engage with the subject matter directly. This helps foster concrete experiences and encourages active participation. Application 2. Encouraging reflective practices such as journaling or group discussions helps students process their experiences and develop a deeper understanding of the material. Reflective observation supports critical thinking and self-awareness. Application 3. Integrating abstract concepts and theories into classroom discussions and assignments helps students connect their experiences to broader frameworks of knowledge. It facilitates abstract conceptualization and enhances their ability to analyze and synthesize information. By implementing these applications, educators can create a rich and dynamic learning environment that aligns with Kolb's theory of experiential learning. And that's a wrap. Today we explored David Kolb's theory of experiential learning, discussed some critiques, and discovered practical applications for the classroom. Remember, learning is a continuous cycle of experiencing, reflecting, thinking, and acting. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos.
Thank you for considering BML College UK for your educational journey. We are here to support you every step of the way, offering unique opportunities to push your boundaries and achieve your academic goals. For more information on our courses to join, please visit bmlcollege.com.